Welcome back to Channel Ron. It's that time of the year where mosquitoes are kind of getting into the house, and I probably ought to do something about this screen. So I'm going to show you real quickly on how to attach the screen. Now I see signs along the road this time of year where people are repairing screens on the side, and obviously a lot of businesses will do this. Not exactly sure what it would cost to have them do it, but there's nothing to this. So the first thing what you need to do is, once you get the screen out of the window, is there's a rubber spline that comes around all the way around that holds the screen in. You're going to need to actually pull that spline out. So you're going to need a screwdriver, a razor knife, a spline tool, the spline itself, and obviously some screen. So let's go ahead and get started. Well, okay, so the first things first, like I said before, you need to get the old spline out of the screen. So you just want to find on the edge of where it actually met up on the old spline. So this is where the spline met to the other end of the spline, right here. Let me get it started. So this is where it came in on this side, and this is where it ended on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the old spline out of there. Now, in a pinch, you could reuse the old spline, but if you've got some new stuff, I'd recommend getting it, using that. Alright, so there's the old spline. We don't need that. Go ahead and just push the old screen out. Kind of peel it right out of there, no problem. So obviously we will not be using that again. Alright, so then you just want to make sure that it's clean, and it should be clean if the old spline was in there. Blow any dust, any debris that might be in there. So next, you take your new screen. There's all kinds of different types of screen. You can get bigger holes, smaller holes. The one I got here was designed so insects can't get in, and especially mosquitoes. And all you're going to want to do is just lay that out. You're going to see different ways of doing this. This is what I've been doing throughout my home. And I'm just going to kind of lay it there over the frame. And I'm actually going to let that overlay a little bit over here, because we're going to cut that. Lay that out. Then you're going to take your spline. And I'm actually going to do the same thing that they had done. They started up here on this corner and then went all the way around and ended up back in that corner. So you're going to do the same thing. Just make sure it's all laid right out nice and flat. And you're going to take the spline and your spline tool. Okay, I'll put a link down below and where to get this. And you're going to set that down inside the crack there. And you're actually going to just push on that. Just like that. Let me get a better shot here for you. Now it's going to push it right down in that groove, and that's what actually holds the screen in place. So there's that side, all done. Now while you're doing this, you can put a little strain on the screen if you like, just to kind of keep it taut, but don't pull too tight. Just want to kind of keep it taut a little bit. You may need to use your flat-bladed screwdriver just to push the corners down a little. And then on this corner here, where the original was done, you're just going to cut it off. Being careful not to cut the screen. Alright, push that in there. Alright, so there's the screen. Now we need to trim it. So you take your utility knife and just cut along the edge all the way around. And you want to go against the frame when you do this. Alright, there it is. Brand new screen. So what I had just done is I took the razor knife and I was cutting against the frame itself to cut the excess screen off. So that's all I did all the way around. And then the tool I was using, you really need this tool, the spline tool, and all that does is that pushes it down inside. That's all there is to it. There's not a lot to this. And I'm doing maybe 1 or 2 of these a year with the pets always kind of scratching at the screens or whatnot. So it's something that I've been doing quite a bit. So I hope that helps you with your screen repair. I know a lot of people are doing it that maybe doing it a little bit differently. You can take these to have them done, but it's cheaper if you do it yourself. Thanks an awful lot for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.